Ever wondered why some days you wake up with a heavy chest? Your body feels like it's carrying invisible weights, and even the smallest task feels like climbing a mountain? People might look at you and say you're lazy. But what if I told you, you're not lazy at all? What if the truth is that you're emotionally drained, and your mind is waving red flags that most people overlook? Today, we're going to uncover 7 subtle signs that reveal you're not lazy. You're just carrying more than your heart can handle. And by the end, you'll see your struggles in a completely different light. Picture this. You've got your to-do list sitting on your desk. It's not long, just a few simple tasks. Send an email, fold the laundry, reply to a text. But somehow, instead of doing them, you find yourself scrolling endlessly, staring at the ceiling, or lying in bed thinking, "What's wrong with me?" You're not alone. Millions of people confuse emotional exhaustion with laziness, when in reality, your energy isn't gone. It's trapped under layers of stress, worry, and invisible fatigue. So let's peel those layers back. The first sign is that even small decisions feel overwhelming. Choosing what to wear, what to eat, or even whether to pick up the phone can feel like mental gymnastics. It's not because you're careless. It's because your emotional energy is depleted. When your brain is tired, every choice feels heavier. Imagine your mind as a phone battery. Instead of starting at 100, you wake up already at 15. By the time you've made a few basic decisions, you're drained. The takeaway? If little choices feel crushing, it's not laziness. It's a signal that your emotional reserves need recharging. The second sign is that you feel detached from things you once loved. Remember when you used to get excited about watching your favorite show, meeting up with friends, or diving into a hobby? Now it just feels like another chore. That loss of spark doesn't mean you don't care anymore. It means your emotions are stuck in survival mode. Your brain is saying, "I don't have the resources for joy right now. I'm just trying to keep you afloat." And if you felt guilty for not enjoying the things you once did, know this, it's not you losing interest. It's your emotional energy asking for rest. Here's the third sign: you struggle to concentrate. Maybe you start reading a page and realize you don't remember a single sentence. Or you sit down to work but end up staring at the same email draft for 30 minutes. Emotional exhaustion clouds your focus because your brain is preoccupied with invisible stress. It's like trying to drive with fog covering your windshield. You can move forward, but everything feels blurry. And when people say, "Just focus," it only makes the fog thicker. If you've noticed your concentration slipping, it's not a failure of discipline. It's a symptom of emotional fatigue. The fourth sign is that you feel unusually irritable. The tiniest things set you off. A text left unanswered, someone chewing too loudly, or your internet loading a second too slow. It's not that you've become a negative person. Emotional drainage shrinks your patience. Your brain, already running low on fuel, reacts quickly to anything that demands more energy. Think of it like this. If your emotional tank is empty, even one drop feels like too much. And so, your temper flares, not because you're lazy or unkind, but because you're overwhelmed. Here's the fifth sign. Your body feels heavy, even when you've had enough sleep. You might wake up after 8 hours and still feel like you haven't rested at all. That's because emotional exhaustion doesn't just live in your mind. It seeps into your body. Muscles tense up. Shoulders slump. You feel like you're dragging yourself through mud. This isn't laziness. It's your body mirroring the weight of your emotions. If your body feels like it's moving in slow motion, your mind is likely signaling emotional depletion. The sixth sign is emotional numbness. Instead of crying, you go blank. Instead of celebrating, you just shrug. People might even say, "Why don't you feel anything?" But emotional numbness is your brain's way of protecting you. When you're drained, your mind flips a switch to conserve energy by shutting down emotions altogether. It's like a survival mode. Your body decides that feeling nothing is safer than feeling too much. And while it may seem strange, it's actually a sign that your emotional system is exhausted, not that you don't care. The seventh sign is the hardest to recognize. You keep calling yourself lazy. You beat yourself up for not doing enough, for procrastinating, for not living up to expectations. But here's the paradox. Labeling yourself as lazy only deepens the exhaustion. Because instead of healing, you're adding shame on top of fatigue. In reality, laziness means a lack of desire. But emotional drainage is the opposite. You want to do things, you just can't find the energy to carry them out. And that difference changes everything. Now, here's the twist most people never realize. We often think being emotionally drained means we need to push harder, hustle more, or fix ourselves by sheer willpower. But the truth is the opposite. When you're emotionally drained, the solution isn't to do more. It's to pause, restore, and rebuild. Just like a phone can't run on an empty battery, you can't thrive on an empty emotional reserve. Rest is not laziness, it's maintenance. So what can you do if these signs sound familiar? First, give yourself permission to rest without guilt. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is to stop. Second, reconnect with small joys. Something as simple as stepping outside for fresh air or listening to a calming song can start to refill your tank. Third, talk to someone you trust. Sharing your burden, even in a few words, lightens the load your mind is carrying alone. And here's something powerful to remember. Being emotionally drained doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've been strong for too long without a pause. Your body and mind are asking for balance, not punishment. If this resonated with you, know that you're not alone. Many people mistake emotional fatigue for laziness, but you now know the truth. The next time your mind calls you lazy, stop and ask, am I really lazy? Or am I just drained? That small shift in perspective might just change the way you see yourself forever. In the next video, we'll explore why your brain tricks you into self-sabotage even when you want to grow. If you found this eye-opening, subscribe for more calm, insightful tales of the mind.